Hi, doctor. Happy to have you in our show today.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. It's my privilege.
Yeah. Doctor, earlier people were not having a lot of awareness and the knowledge on skincare and hair care. Very limited people like movie actors and glamour industry people used to have a lot of awareness. But now, even the common people are having a lot of awareness, knowledge, and care on skin and hair. So, in general, what kind of people you treat on day-to-day basis, and what are the treatments available at Arna?
See, in general, we do see all the cases. It can be basically a clinical dermatology where it can be a fungal infection, psoriasis. This comes as a general clinical dermatology. Then
Yes.
comes your other problems like acne, anti-aging. You have a pigmentation on a face, or you have got excessive hair growth on the face or the other parts of the body. We do the other treatments like lasers or the anti-aging treatments like Botox, fillers, thread lips. All the treatments are done for all causes of your dermatology. Basically, it can be a pure clinical dermatology or it can be a aesthetic dermatology or you are looking for a hair care. All the treatments are done at our clinic.
And doctor, in general, with age, our skin gets thinner, drier, and loses elastin. Eventually, wrinkles, creases, and lines form on our skin. But the symptoms we see in these symptoms are also seen in some of the younger generation people. So, why it happens with young people?
See, early aging of the skin it probably depends on their habits. It can be basically exposing to the sunlight without using a proper sunscreen or taking too much of a tension or a stress also adds on the skin aging or where you get more of a wrinkles or the sagging of the face. And the one more particular habit of our is our lifestyle, basically the cigarette smoking. It adds on to
Hmm.
your apart from your other parts of the body, it also increases the skin aging. Then only the earlier age group we can see these aging skin changes.
Okay. So, doctor, does the food, I mean, so like whatever the food that we intake every day, does it directly impacts or affects our skin?
Yes, definitely. See, if you go into more of a junk food, then it may not be giving a proper nutrition that is necessary for your skin and hair, both the things. Okay, basically your diet for the skin or the hair, it should contain proper amount of water. You should drink at least minimum 2 liters of water and have a healthy diet. It can be rich in your fresh fruits and vegetables. And avoid junk. It can be your pizzas, burgers, coke, Pepsi, or even the cigarette smoking or the alcohol add on to the adverse effects of your skin, basically aging of the skin, or it can be excessive pimples on the face. These things will increase the aging faster and quickly. Along with the aging, it also gives rise to pimples and other pigmentary disorders.
Okay, okay. Doctor, we were talking about taking more water for the better skin. Usually people say if you drink more water, that really helps your skin. So, is it a myth or if it is correct, how much water we need to drink every day?
See, your daily consumption of water should be 1.5 to 2 liters. Yes, the more you hydrate the body, it is good for your body also and for your skin also. Along not only the water, even your vitamin C fruits, it can be plain lemon juice or a mosambi juice or a orange juice. These are the fruits which are having excessive vitamin C and it acts as an antioxidant which removes the dead skin products or the toxic products which are formed on the skin and thus gives the healthy glow for your facial skin and the body skin also.
Okay, doctor. Doctor, we were talking about wrinkles and in the younger generation. So, suppose take an example. Any of the younger generation who are in 20s and 30s have already got the wrinkles on their face. Can we reverse those wrinkles, and what kind of treatment they need to take to reverse the wrinkles?
Yeah. First and foremost thing when a patient comes, doctor, I am just 25 or 28, 29, but I am looking too old for my age. First and foremost thing, ask his daily routine, his or her daily routine, whether they are using a regular sunscreen and a moisturizer, and how is their dietary habit, whether they are constantly sitting in front of the computer screen, how they are taking care of skin. First and foremost thing, any patient or a client comes to you, you have to give time to explain their queries. Then you can, yes, absolutely guide them how to take care about it. Okay, yes, if he is not using a moisturizer and a sunscreen, add on to it. Then see the wrinkles, how depth, basically to know the depth of it or the sagginess of a skin. Okay, there are so many treatments. It can be a basically a, if they are worried only about the forehead lines or the laughing lines which are around your eyes. So for that upper face, we can do a botox and these lines will go up and the effect will be there for next 6 months. No, but there is lot of sagging and there is a line which is formed between the nose and the mouth. And then you have to think of other options. And after that, you have to examine his tell, yes, these are the things which are available, which can be a Botox, which can be a filler, which can be a thread lift, or it can be a HIFU, which works on the principle of ultrasound energy. If the patient tells, I don't want all these things, but I want something natural, then you can give him the
Okay.
option of PRP, which is done from his or her own blood. Yes, these all
Hmm.
will improve the skin and tone, but yes, if you
Okay.
are looking for a more of a lift and you have to add on either with the filler or the HIFU treatment.
Doctor, we were talking about skin sagging and all these things, right? Uh, like skin sagging, double chin, why do
Yes.
they come? And how to reduce it or how to avoid it? And if at all already we have it, then what kind of treatment we need to take?
See, double chin can be because of two things. One is excessive weight gain. You have a tendency to put on the excessive fat in your below the chin. That is one kind of a double chin. The other thing is when you lose weight suddenly, the face sags and the skin also sags. That also gives rise to double chin. Okay, when it is only because of weight loss and your skin is wrinkled and you have only the skin tissue over there, you can go with the high intensity focused ultrasound or a thread lift. Both of them they'll give an excellent result and it can be maintained for next 1 year. But there is a amount of fat which is there. At that time you have to think of first dissolving the fat and later on once the skin sags you have to add on threads or the high intensity ultrasound treatment.
Okay, doctor. Doctor, one more question. Generally, the youth that they get like prawns or acne, like pimples. These are the people, younger generation people get it a lot, and not only younger generation people. Many of the people will get these pimples, and even after the pimples are gone, then there will be some black spots that comes on the face. So, what kind of precautions that we need to take to avoid pimples? And why do pimples come first of all, and what we need to do to avoid such pimples, and what are the treatments if we already have the pimples on our face?
Okay. First of all, pimple, when we come to dermatology part, we call it as acne. Okay, it can start early in the age, we call it as early onset acne or pimple, whatever you call. If it comes after the age of 25, then we call it as late onset acne. Okay, and there are four stages of acne. First stage is called as comedon or normal for general people, it can be whitehead or the blackhead. Then comes reddish papules, which will be present, that we call it as papilla stage. Then there will be pus-filled lesions, that is called as pustula stage. And in some other people, when you touch the skin, only that time you can feel big, big nodules or which are present inside the face. That we call it as nodulocystic acne. So these are the four stages of acne. And coming to the reasons or the causes is, yes, during the pubertal age, because of the hormonal changes, yes, these pimples will come. Okay, that is most common. That we call it as pubertal acne. Other than that, your pimples can be caused by the infection with the bacteria, which is called as Propionibacterium acne. And along with this, some of us will have hypothyroidism or polycystic ovarian disease. In those, any hormonal imbalance, yes, your pimples do come. Then stress adds on to it. Along with that, your diet also matters a lot. If you have a habit of having very much of junk food, it can be your pizzas, burgers, Coke, Pepsi. These are called as high glycemic index foods. This will also give rise to your pimples. And along with that, you are using lot of makeup products, and that is not suiting your face. That also leads to your pimples. These are the most common causes which are available which are seen for pimples. Okay, there are other causes also. If some of them they are taking steroids orally, then also they'll give rise to pimples. Okay, so these are the other extra causes. And coming to the treatment of the pimples, it depends on which stage the patient is or on. If it is only the normal first or second stage, yes, it can be just we can give a topical creams. Along with that, we can add on chemical peels. They will become normal. But yes, we do have to tell them use a proper face wash. If their face is oily, we do change their face wash and give it to them. And a proper sunscreen. If the face is too much oily, we give a gel based sunscreen that they have to use regularly. Along with that, in the night, we do give them pimple creams that have to be applied only on the pimples, not to massage any cream. That's the first and foremost thing. Why, when you are applying it and if you take too much of a cream and you massage it thoroughly, it irritates your skin. That itself causes irritant dermatitis. Patient may not be suitable for the cream. So when you are suggesting a cream, you have to guide him how it has to be applied, because in the enthusiasm they have the habit of putting more of a cream and massaging it. Probably it will go off too early. It will not happen. So you have to give them a proper face wash, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen along with the night creams for their pigmentation or the fresh pimples, and tell them this is how it has to be used. And if the face is oily, we can add on chemical peels, which can be done in the clinic, or a microdermabrasion after looking on the condition of the skin. Okay, if the patient is there in nodular cystic acne, here we have to start a patient with a tablet called as isotretinoin, probably over a period of 6 months. Okay, only once you give that tablet, patient improves. But along with this patient definitely needs a treatment in the clinic also, because he has to respond in a quicker way than compared to first and second stage of your pimple.
That's a nice information, doctor. So, doctor, when we were talking about the creams, the face washes that may cause pimples or other things, right? So, just was curious to know. People apply a lot of face washes, face creams, face gels. Many
Yes.
things people use it. So, when we purchase a face cream or a face wash or something related to our face or skincare products, what are the ingredients that we need to see, or what are the ingredients that we need to avoid for a better skin?
See, first and foremost thing, we have a habit of going and asking the medical store people, can you give me one cream where I can become fair or my face looks very much clear?
Yes.
First, stop that thing, because they will not be knowing what to give, and some of them they do have the habit of using this quadridum, all those kind of a creams. These are potent steroid creams which should not be used at any cost, and these are harmful for your skin. This is when you are purchasing the creams over the counter. The next thing comes, yes, my friend has used this and I should also use this so that I can also become like her, the fairer skin and a clear skin. That will not happen with everybody. Each skin is different, and for everybody, the creams or the face washes needs to be different. For that, it's always better to take a consultation with the proper qualified dermatologist. Yes, what happens here is if the patient's face is oily or if it is true dye, we have the option of giving the face wash. Okay, if it is too oily and you have lot of pimples, we can give a salicylic acid based face wash. Okay, that reduces the oiliness also, and it helps to heal your pimples normally. Then if your skin is too sensitive, yes, there are gentle mild facial cleansers that can be given. This is regarding the face wash or the cleanser. Yes, moisturizing cream is necessary for your dry skin also or a oily skin also. What we do is when the face is oily, we go with the water, more of a water content moisturizer. When the face is dry, we go with the cream based thick moisturizer. That's how you have to decide looking at the patient's skin. Then coming to the sunscreen, yes, you have to go with a gel based sunscreen and the SPF of 30 for Indian skin type minimum. Okay, where a gel based sunscreen helps you is, yes, your face is oily and you don't want that patchy look on your face once you apply the sunscreen. Okay, so in that case, yes, we do go with the gel based sunscreen, but stick to one brand of makeup products. This is what it is. And the other thing what we do is, yes, we went to a function, we applied nicely makeup, but when we are coming back, once we reach the home, we are too tired, we hardly care about it, we don't remove it, and we sleep off. That is one more thing where you are not taking proper care of it. Immediately after you come back, wash your face, put a nice soothing moisturizer, and go to bed. But yes, if they are more than 30 years of age, 35 years of age, yes, there are anti-aging creams with the proper consultation with the doctor, it can be used. And along with that, as you age, your body or the facial collagen comes down. For that, yes, filler is one thing where you are filling the hollowness. It can be your nasolabial fold. Yes, these hyaluronic acid based gels are also available, which are very good hydrating things that can also use in the night time.
That was nice information, doctor. Doctor, for a better skin, I am here. I've heard a treatment called MDB. So, what is it, and how it can help our skin, and uh, how it helps our skin at the same time? Is it painful? Is the treatment is painful?
See, MDB is microderma abrasion. It is not at all painful, first of all. It takes within 30 minutes, the procedure is done. Here, it can be done on any face. Basically, it removes your dead skin layer, okay? And it can't be done on a, you have a fresh acne in that area, it can't be done. It works on the principles of your suction. What happens? There are aluminum crystals in that, which is usually used for the face. In a proper direction, we have to move the first cleanse the face, then after that switch on the machine. Then in proper direction, we have to do the suction part of it. What it does, it minute abrasions are done on the superficial skin. It will not lead to any bleeding, nor it is painful. What it does, it removes the dead skin layer, so that you will have that fine smooth skin up, your skin will appear fine and smooth. Along with that, yes, if you are using some of these hyaluronic acid gels or any other moisturizing cream, it helps in the better penetration of that, and it definitely helps for your fine lines, uneven skin tone, not more of a hyperpigmentation you have, but you need something fresh for your skin. Yes, you can go with the microdermabrasion.
Doctor, usually there are many facials also available in the market. They say this facial you can use it to avoid pimples or to reduce pimples. And does really such facials work? And if at all some our elder people in the home says you can use these products so that you'll not get pimples, you'll not get such things. So really, does they work, or these are just myths to use facials and all this stuff just for the sake of avoiding pimples and all this?
See, when you are having a lot of pimples, anybody is having lot of a pimples, I would suggest not to go for a facial, because they will do a lot of massages that will furthermore harm the skin, where it can give rise to furthermore pimples. Yes, nowadays there are few facials which will be definitely helpful for them. They apply like a pack and take it off. Yes, that can be once in a month or once in 2 months, you can go for it. But if they are telling too much of a massage and all, kindly avoid it. Okay, that is one more thing. And coming to your home products, yes, your mother will say apply basin powder, or you can apply a chandan powder, and you apply haldi. You apply a basin or a chandan powder. Yes, if you have lot of dry oiliness on the face, it decreases the oiliness, and thus it is helpful. Coming to the turmeric part of it, yes, not for everybody the turmeric suits, only for a selected pupil, yes, it will definitely help out, but most of them they'll end up having contact dermatitis, allergy to it. Okay, and coming to the your tomatoes or the
Hmm.
potato, yes, you can keep around your eyes. These tomatoes will have vitamin C that can hydrate your skin, or it contains it acts as an antioxidant, all those kinds. But using garlic paste or a turmeric, all those kinds, please don't do it. You'll come, already you have a pimple, you'll come more with one more problem, which is called as irritant contact dermatitis.
Doctor, so we were talking, you were talking about oily skins, dry skins. So majority of the people, I mean, it's like some of the people says mine is oily skin and mine is very dry skin. So if I use any products, then it doesn't work. Is there any permanent solution to avoid, I mean, it's like to reduce such oily skin or dry skin and to have a natural skin like glowing skin?
See, if it's a oily skin, yes, there only. That's why I told you, yes, you have to meet a dermatologist. If it is too oily, they have the ability to judge which kind of a face wash is helpful for him or her. Okay. So if it is too much of a oily face, then go with the salicylic acid based preparation face washes. If it is too sensitive skin and you are worried what to use, what not to use, yes, there are gentle cleansers which match your pH of your skin. And these will not have your salicylic or acid or nothing. Mild cleansers there which have a moisturizing capacity. So those kind of a cleansers can be used. Okay. If you have, yes, along with in the dry skin, you have a dry skin, you need to, in a normal people, I would say use 2 times a moisturizing cream. In a very dry skin, instead of 2 times, use it 3 to 4 times. That's how. Along with the moisturizing cream and a good face wash, always properly hydrate your body with water or a tender coconut water. That improves your skin texture. That's what it is.
Doctor, so again, I'm coming back to the facials and all the natural remedies that we use for the skin glowing and all this stuff. So even after using, suppose the skin, I haven't got a glowing skin, and is there any specific treatment that, as an expert, you can offer to the people? Like, yes, if you take this treatment, you'll have a glowing skin.
See, if at all you want a glowing skin and you feel yes, it is not looking very healthy, you have few lasers. In that, one of the thing is Q-Switch NDI, where we can do carbon laser, where we are applying carbon paste on the face. After it dries on your face, we do the laser machine shot. Yes, again here you will see smoothing of your tone in your open pores which are there on your skin, that also improves, and it is not painful. So these are the things people will be scared as soon as you tell them laser whether it will be painful for me. No, this laser is very much painless and it can be done on everybody, even on a fresh face where you have a acne which is not healed. In that case also it can be done.
I have heard of a treatment called skin pigmentation. Why skin pigmentation is used, and how a doctor comes to a conclusion that yes, this particular skin need skin pigmentation.
See, basically, when you are exposed to the sunlight, you will become dark. So, for example, I have gone to Goa and I have not used sunscreen and I have come back and I am fully tanned. Okay, that we call it as photomelanosis, which is a type of pigmentation. It is most commonly seen in people in the perimenopausal age group or in a people where you have a hormonal imbalance. Okay, and in some of them after you use a dye, example it has filled on your face, again it leaves a pigmentation. So first and foremost, decide on what type of a pigmentation and what is the reason for it. Yes, once you come to a conclusion this is a photomelanosis, yes, you can give them a combination of peel and a laser, what I told you, carbon laser. In 3 to 5 sessions, the face will become completely clear. And make sure that you are telling them, yes, you have to use a sunscreen when you are planning to go out or travel to a beachside area. That is first and foremost thing you have to inform them. Then yes, what I told, melasma. Melasma is one thing. It takes a longer time to go, and it has two varieties. First layer of the skin is only involved, or both first and second layer of the skin are also involved. And it takes a longer time, and it will gradually day by day, or it can take months to go. So first and foremost, like, when they are coming, you have to tell them, yes, in next 1 month, can I my face look clear? You tell them no, this is going to take time and it gradually subsides. Suddenly, if they are asking my face should become clear, you have to properly counsel them, ma'am, this is going to take time and you have to take care of your skin. Yes, in these patients also we can go with the chemical peel or a PRP, or there are certain kinds of injection which can be done only on the dark patch, melasma patch, along with the carbon laser. Yes, for these people you have to give a night cream for a longer course, and you have to meet them once in 15 days initially, later on once in 3 weeks, like that, so that you are knowing how your patient is improving, or whether any complaints are there in using the creams, that you need to inform. Then coming to the dye part, yes, we all have gray hairs. For that, yes, you use a color. But for some of them, when you are using, it spills on the face. And these patients will also end up with the pigmentation on the face. First and
Okay.
foremost thing, just check which kind of a dye they are using. Tell them which brand has to be used and how it has to be used. Okay, whenever they are applying the color on their hair, first and foremost thing, they have to apply a moisturizer for the edges of the face and the ear, so that your moisturizer is acting as a barrier, so that it is not directly coming in contact with the skin of the face. That is first and foremost thing. And yes, your patient has already used it, she has landed up with the pigmentation. Again, yes, you have to, if what she is using, have a check on that. If there is missing of your moisturizer and a good face wash, add on to it, add on a sunscreen, then add on the treatments, which can be your basic chemical peel, microdermabrasion, or it can be a laser. That can be decided looking at the depth of the pigmentation, and how many
Okay.
sessions also in individual case, it varies from person to person, and the depth of the pigmentation. So you have to have a proper follow with up with them, especially with the melasma patient. Of course, it can be treated, but the duration or the course of treatment in melasma will be more when you are comparing with the photomelanosis patient, or you can comparing with the recently onset of a pigmentation due to a hair coloring.
Doctors, when we are talking about the skincare, so obviously the first thing that comes with the eyes. So majority of the people, especially when the software boom has come, so majority of the people having
Hmm.
this dark circles under the eyes. So why that? Some people says because you sat in front of the laptop for a long time. Some people say sleep. So people have got a lot of myths or a lot of doubts on the dark circles that comes under the eye.
Hmm.
So why dark circles
Yes.
really comes, and how to avoid that, or if already I have got, so what kind of care that I need to take care?
See, dark circles, we call it as periorbital melanosis. Orbit is your eyes. Around the eyes, you are getting pigmentation. There are few reasons for this. Yes, first and foremost thing, in your family, anybody is having a dark circle, you are prone to have it. Okay, it runs in the family. Then the second thing is normal, anomal, no, normal, how your eyes are seated. If your eyes are deep seated in your eye sockets, okay, then
Mhm.
the shadow of the bone adds on to it, and the superficial thin blood vessels which are present, that also will add on to your dark circles. It becomes much
Okay.
more darker. Along with that, there are other causes like your, if you are deficient in hemoglobin, your dark circles
Mm.
appear. Then if your nutrition is not proper, the dark circles appear. Then too much of a sleep and too less of a sleep. Normally we should sleep around 6 to 8 hours. Okay, if you are sleeping for long hours or your sleep this pattern is very much disturbed, the dark circles come. Then yes, of course, the long prolonged use of your computer screens or your mobile
Mm.
adds on to your dark circle. If your diet is deficient of your vitamins, then the dark circle comes. Okay, so these are the most common causes you can have for the dark circles. Yes, your dark circles are there. Initial stages when it is minimal, yes, you can tell them if they have the habit of you are looking at the mobile screens or the
Mm.
computer screens, you can tell them yes, reduce the on screen time and
Yes.
have a proper, and if they are deficient in any your hemoglobin or the vitamin deficiency, you can supplement them. Along with that, night cream comes for a dark circle. You can start giving them. Definitely, there will be improvement with that for sure. But the dark circles are much more darker. Yes, you have an option of a uh, peels. As usual, there are peels which are well suited for your dark circles. That can be done. Along with that, PRP for your dark circles definitely improves it. And if your eyes are deep seated, add on a
Mhm.
filler so that the
Okay.
sunken eyes below the eyes, you can see one hollow that will fill up, that reduces the appearance of your dark circle. So home care, Along with that, you do a peel or a PRP. If there is a hollow just below your eyes, fill it up. We call it as a the tear trough. That area can be filled with the filler, so that also reduces the dark circles appearance.
Doctor, when people have got any such kind of concerns on the skin that we talked about, like pimples or dark circles on the face, or any other accidents, pores, anything that comes, the major doubt usually everyone will have is like probably the treatment may cost a lot, or probably we need to spend a lot of money. So, is it? It's like usually, what will be the cost range for such treatments usually that at Arna?
See, first of all, it's not like for everybody who comes in, you suggest a
Yes.
treatment. No. Basically, you have to give them the cream or the prescription. Yes, some of them they do come with the thing, yes, they can't afford. In that case, explain. Yes, it will take a longer time. You can just give the prescription, ask them for a regular follow-ups. Yes, that itself will boost their confidence and it will improve the dark circles. Coming to the other treatment, yes, your basic peel starts from minimalistic cost, I would say. Probably it's only for the dark circles, 1,500 to 1,000 rupees like that. The charges are minimal. If they are PRP or you are thinking of the lasers,
Mm.
yes, it can cost a little bit more, but otherwise, most of the treatments are affordable, I would say. And it is not for everybody. Come, you take treatments only in the clinic. No, you can give them a treatment with the prescription. Let them see the improvement first with the prescription, then they can decide on the treatment. Yes, I go for a consultation today only. If they say, yes, ma'am, you need to start with this treatment and this will cost you this much. No, not many of them will be satisfied. First, take the confidence of a patient. First, give them a chance. What is their concern? Let them explain in detail. Then, yes, this is what I can do with your skin, or this is the reason why this has happened. That confidence has to be given. Then give them a prescription. Let them use the cream. Yes, if they are happy, they are definitely get back to you, and then they will think about the treatment. Immediately, first session, yes, you come treatment. No, you should not do with them. It's like always give them the things which can be done for your face or a periorbital area. Then you can one step you can go ahead. This is what is my thought on the treatment cost or the any treatment you are suggesting to a patient.
Yeah. Yes, hope you have heard what doctor has told. So don't be fear of the cost or anything. So no, obviously our doctors will not say in the first attempt itself it will cost this much, this much. They have the expertise of telling you which treatment is good for your hair, and obviously based on that they will start the treatment. And don't sit with such kind of doubts that you have in your mind and go with the frustration and the depression. It causes more skincare problems. So better always approach our skincare specialist. They can help you a lot. Thank you so much, doctor. There are many questions that you have answered which are in the minds of common people, and really you have built a lot of confidence in their minds. Thank you so much for your precious time.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for giving me an opportunity, at least to give them just an idea. Not everything I have explained, but the
Yes.
basic care I think I have given them an idea how to take care about it, or if they have the myths about the how to maintain a pimple face or a normal face. I have given the basic idea how to maintain it. Always, it is better to consult a doctor in using the things than to treat yourself with the over-the-counter
Yes.
medicine or your friend is using, I will also use it. Don't do it. Just go consult your doctor. She or he is a better person to explain or to clarify your job. This is what is I would tell everybody.
Fine, doctor. Thank you for your time.